Go.
I went down, down, down in a burning ring of fire, and the taste was great, but the flames grew higher, and it burned, burned, burned. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. Hello everybody, my name is Reg Knight. I'm 53 years old. I'm the owner of Smackisons, a Caribbean style gourmet pepper sauce, and we live in Suffolk, Virginia. Today I'll be preparing for you a spicy shrimp scampi. We'll use some of the normal ingredients, a little oregano, a little basil, some thyme, some olive oil, some white wine, but we're going to add some mango and habanero to the mix to make it extra succulent and spicy. I'm a 20-year Army veteran. My passion for cooking stems from my father, who cooked as a child. My mother never cooked. Thank God she did not cook. All she made was rice pudding, and it wasn't very good. But he made some incredible flavor, wonderful tasting food. It was ugly looking, but it tasted great. And so I just kind of rekindled my passion for cooking later in life. And now I cook for my 3 children, Isaac, Prince, and Jeremiah, and my wife, Darlene. And the dish I'm going to prepare for you today was the exact dish that I made for her the night I proposed 13 years ago. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got some medium shrimp, and we've got some bay scallops, and I have those on ice. And once again, we've got some white wine, we've got some olive oil, a little bit of salt, all the herbs we talked about, some roughly chopped garlic, habanero, and mango. Let me go ahead and get this pan started up. Now, the vehicle we're going to use for this today is that we're going to take this and put it in a ravioli. Now, I can't make ravioli in 10 minutes, but I can make it in 30. 30 minutes ago, I prepared my dough. I'm going to roll it out once I get my filling prepared, and we'll talk about that. Cooking is everything to me. It's my life. I spent, as I told you, 20 years in the Army. I worked for police and fire, 911 rescue in Alpharetta, Georgia for about 5 years. My mother got sick with colon cancer, so I had to make a decision whether to go back to work or take care of her and my kids. It was an easy choice, so I quit my job and I took care of her until she passed away in 2012. When she died, I had a decision to make. Do I go back to something I don't really love, or do I find something that is really passionate to me? And here again, it's a no-brainer. Let's do cooking, because this is what I do. Every day I get a chance to create something wonderful and amazing and new. It's my art form. It's my blank canvas. It's my marvel that I create breads, pastas, you name it. And I think my pan's getting hot, so let me like that. I don't want to brown this, so I'm going to take a little bit of, that's a tablespoon of butter. I'm going to add my olive oil to it. I'm going to let it get a little hot. I don't want it brown. I want it to just warm up to the point where it's near smoke point, but not quite. Once I get that sizzle, I know that my seafood is going to sizzle. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the pan. Okay. It's smelling pretty good already. When I was in the Army, they sent me to Saudi Arabia in 1999. I injured my knee, blew my knee out. I walked on a cane for 2 years. They told me I would never walk again. Well, with a lot of faith and a lot of rehab, I am able to walk. You see me standing. A little bit of salt. I'm going to add a little fresh cracked pepper to it. Give this a little stir. Make sure that it gets cooked on the side. Now I'm going to start adding all my other ingredients. I'm going to add my garlic. And I chop my garlic and I let it sit for about 15 minutes. A lot of people don't realize if you just cut garlic from the clove and don't let it sit, you don't get the full garlic flavor that you would normally get if you just let it sit for a minute. I'm going to add some fresh habanero. I left the seeds because I want the heat. I'm going to add a good bit of mango. Mango is going to give it a little bit of sweetness, but not overly sweet because the shrimp already is sweet. And then I'm going to start adding all of my herbs. My thyme, my basil, my oregano, and my parsley. Give it another quick stir. Make sure it's getting all nice and pink. Looks pretty good. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some white wine to the mix. So it gets all nice and incorporated. So you'll get the natural oils of the herbs and the seafood, and the mango will cook down a little bit. I don't want to keep this on too long because I don't want the seafood to get tough. So I'm going to take that off the heat. It'll continue to cook for a couple of minutes. I'll go and turn that off. I've got some water already boiling for my pasta. And as I told you before, I have some pasta that I've already pre-rolled. I put it in a plastic bag so it wouldn't dry out. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. And you can see the nice gluten development. A lot of the recipes that I developed, I got when I was in the Army. I traveled all the way from the Middle East. I spent 11 years in Germany, every place in between. This is something that I really loved. I loved the way that the Italians make pasta because it's really no fuss and no muss. You know, no offense to my fellow Americans, but you know, there's just not a lot of fuss to it. This is a really simple dough. I made it with 1 egg, 3/4 cup of flour, a little olive oil, and a little water to make a paste. So I'm going to smooth this out, and it's really key to get this dough as thin as you can get it without breaking it. And I think that we are just about there. Okay. So I'm going to take some of my it smells just marvelous too. I'm going to take some of my scallop and crab mixture, and I'm going to drain the juice out of there. See that color on there? See the shrimp and the scallops are fully cooked, and I'm just going to put a little bit in there. Don't want it too soupy because I don't want to break the pasta. That's about enough. So then I'm going to take my pasta dough, and I forgot one thing. I need a little bit of water. Excuse me for the off camera. Thank you. Just a little water. Around the pasta so it'll stick. Then I'm going to take it and fold it over. You can see how thin it is, so you have to be careful. I just kind of push the filling together so it makes a contiguous piece. I'm going to take something that most people have in their kitchen, which is a biscuit cutter, and I'm just going to push down on this and turn, give it a twist to make a nice round. And I'm going to just take my finger to make sure that all the edges are sealed. See, there's one trying to escape right there, but I can easily fix that. And very gently, I'm going to pull up from the cooktop, and I'm going to place it into my boiling water. Now, fresh pasta doesn't take 8 to 10 minutes like the dry pasta. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes. Now, something else about myself. As I said, I'm a military member. I'm disciplined. I'm well trained. I can take direction as well as give it. What the taste will provide to me is a wealth of information that I could never get in 50 years of learning to cook on my own. The celebrity chefs you have the experience and the training and the techniques that I want as a home chef. Of course, I'm coming to win. And if you select me, I have a really good chance to win. But if I don't, the weeks that I spend with them are invaluable. And it's far, far worth more than any check that I could possibly get. Just to spend time with them and pick their brain to learn what they learn and take that home and use it for my kids, to use it for my clients and my family, it's invaluable. That's the reason why I'd be a good fit for the taste. Because there is nothing that I like in the world more than cooking. I play guitar, I play golf, I swim, I do a lot of things. But if God himself asked me if there's only one thing that you could do and I'll take the rest of those things away, I would say don't take my cooking away. Because if I don't have that, I have nothing. So anyway, I'm looking at my pasta and it is looking pretty good. I'm going to take my slotted spoon and give it a quick roll to make sure that it's properly cooked. It's floating, so I know it's done. I'm going to extract it from the water. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'll get that excess moisture and I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to finish it up by taking the extra shrimp and mango and all the wonderful wine and just ladle that on top. And that just creates a perfect bite where your entire tongue gets a workout. No taste bud goes undone. You got sweet, you got savory, you got salty, and everything else in between. This is Reggie Knight from Suffolk, Virginia, and I hope that you will select me for the taste. Thank you for listening. Take care.